Have you ever wanted to grow out of the business? Well, let's talk to Johnathan Miller and learn how he's doing this at J Squared. Now let's begin.
This is the Stage Your Boss podcast from StageYourBoss.com with the founder of HSRA, Jana Uselton. The Home Staging and Redesign Association is a group of like-minded professionals dedicated to revolutionizing the real estate industry by making a difference in the lives and businesses of home stagers and redesigners everywhere. Join us as we talk to the best of the best in this industry from all over the world and hear how they are using their training and experience to make a difference in the clients they serve. If you are a real estate industry expert looking for better ways to market and sell properties, join us for this podcast series.
Hello, everyone. Want to welcome you to our HSRA interview today. We are so excited to have Johnathan Miller here with us, and he is from J Squared. They service an amazing area there, and in Virginia, we're talking about Richmond. It's just an amazing area. Cannot wait to even come see you guys. We're going to be visiting your place here shortly, but today is all about the Home Staging Summit that we have coming up. We're excited about the topics, and of course, Johnathan is one of our speakers. He's going to be helping and facilitating several different sessions. So welcome, Johnathan.
Hi, everybody.
Well, we're excited about you. We're excited I love the shirts.
Thanks. Stage your life, I've got to represent.
That's right. That's right. It's all about you definitely understand the stage of your life, going and growing your business. So tell us a little bit about your business so people can feel like they know you more.
It's funny because we do service Central Virginia, which, like you said, is very, very expansive. It's so funny because there's so much of it here. My company's J Squared Interior Staging and Design. I'm the proud parent of a 7-year-old, which is my business. I don't have real children, but I would venture to say that owning a staging company is like having real children with the demands that it asks for you. I'm an advocate of being paid for your work, not being, poorly compensated for the work that you do, because it's not easy. We focus on new construction and luxury. Let's see. I'm a positivity enthusiast. I believe that in every breath we take, there's a hidden beauty that we often overlook, no matter how bad the situation is. So you may have a horrible day, but if you can find something positive in it, then you're doing really well. And on any given day, you can find me online, either live streaming or something, because there's not really a whole lot that I attend that I don't go live and make sure people know about it, because I feel like that, not everyone can attend everything, and they should. But if they can't, then I'm going to put a video up about it.
There you go. Well, that's one of the big key things that we have seen from you. And we do consider you an expert when it comes to video, when it comes to connecting with clients and really sharing your story and taking that on a national platform. Yes, we, as business owners with our staging companies, we serve certain areas, but you have been such an advocate and you have shared your story so well that you are now teaching and training other people how to share their story online, through social media, through video. And that comes into one of the key topics that you're going to be speaking on. And we love it. It's, drop the mic. It talks about how to successfully set up our businesses where we can be the go-to in the marketplace. We know the core root of the reason that we do video, and the reason we share stories is to connect with people so that at the end of the day, they're going to see us as the trusted advisor to do business with. So let's talk about that topic in general, because I know that's real near and dear to your heart. What does it mean to be that guru that is able to, share the story online?
Well, it's all about keeping your content fresh and authentic. That's one of the biggest things. And I'm actually going to be at the panel. I'm going to be talking about something that I've not talked about before, which is your personal image and your personal branding. In order to have a fully successful brand, you need to be able to identify and, what quality you're bringing, but also what is authentically you. And I think that's extremely important when it comes to branding. And it's also something I've not talked about before, is that imaging of yourself in terms of how you want to be presented for your company as an expert in your field.
Yes, that's so true. And as we know, these realtors, these builders, these investors that we work with, they are connecting. We are part of their team. So we're also an extension of their brand. And I think it's real important that they're going to attach to people that they feel a connection with, and that they feel like is someone that is doing a great job representing maybe their company as well. And I love that. I love that we can take our branding and other people can come alongside us, and we can connect with people on their level of branding. So it's so important to not just tell our story, but to tell our client's story, making them the hero of our conversations, and how we can, if you help enough people get there, then you're going to get there yourself. That's a wonderful, famous saying. So we can do that through our social media. We can do that. And these takeaways that I know you guys are going to bring, you along with the panelists that are going to be there, people, are they going to leave with practical things that they can implement into their business?
Oh my gosh. Even though, I'm considered an expert in my field, I've not graduated to the point of knowing everything. It'd be great one day if I did, but you come to HSRA and you learn so much from so many different people, and it's the networking. I mean, recently I started a huge new construction project, and even though I had been doing some things in new construction, I hadn't had anything of this scope. And I called Barbara Helsonic, who is phenomenal with new construction, and she has so much experience, and she coached me through it.
Nice.
I would not have had that connection if I had not met her at an HSRA event. And so you really get to meet top industry experts and influencers, connect with them on a personal level. So when you do need that family support, the HSRA family is there for you.
So good. It's so great. You are also a board of advisor with HSRA, and that is because of the expertise that you bring to the industry. And it is, we're all learning, we're all growing, we continue that, and you are a learner into, the next phase of business and the next step. I know that you're also going to be talking about two other departments, which are huge whenever we're talking about staging business. That's logistics and our office departments. Some of those things, when you're talking about making sure that you're finding the right moving help, as well as in the office. Many times we are running businesses on the go. We are in our car and we receive a call, or we're out staging on a job, and here comes the call. Now we have to switch hats to a salesperson, so to speak, and really convert that client. Many times we have our cell phone and they're texting us over the weekend, and just navigating the entire office of our business, but then also not wanting to break our backs and getting the right team to help us when we need maybe movers on call. So talk about those two sessions and how some of the takeaways you guys are going to be bringing for them.
One of the things that is definitely beneficial is education. Yes. The only way you're going to know how to do this balancing act, especially when you're in a car on a site, it's almost as though you have to have multiple personalities when you're doing it sometimes, because you really do have to create that certain business persona that can switch from being the hardworking stager mode immediately, being able to switch over. One of my employees jokes, and it's like you're a whole different person when you answer the phone. And it's really because I don't want them to realize that I'm on site setting something up, that I want them to feel like they're my number one priority at that point, and I have no distractions around me at all. So I always try to make sure that, I take those calls in a certain manner. And it's the same way, when you get to a certain point in your business and you're not doing it all yourself anymore, you have to be able to know how to transition that growth. And one of the things that I learned at an HSRA event was, don't be afraid to hire. Yeah. You learn something from it, but at the same time, I've heard so many stagers say, they're not going to do it the way I can do it. And I'm scared. I'm scared about hiring someone. What if they don't work out? Well, if they don't work out, then you figure out what didn't go correctly, and then you change that in the next person. And so it's, you learn to see those little things. And sometimes that is something with time, but the good thing is that you learn from other people's experiences. So when we're up there and we're talking about it, we will tell the stories of some, horrible episode that happened, and we'll tell you, this is how we came to a positive outcome. And I think that's extremely beneficial in keeping you from breaking your back and being able to be a solopreneur as long as you want to, until you advance out and you decide, you know what, you just have so much business. You cannot do it on your own because you can't really risk your health or anything like that. You need to be able to know when to make that transition.
So true. And I know one of the big transitions that we as business owners have is letting go of the phone, right? It's like the phone rings and we as the business owner, we still keep this phone, even though we may have let go some staging and we're not, lifting the sofas anymore on a regular basis. That phone is the last thing that it seems like we let go of, because we are the business people. We feel like, hey, people are calling us. I've got to answer the phone. I need to go out and meet the client. And that's so true for many times as we're growing and we're stretching in the years of our business in those early years. But there is a time. If you say, Jana, do you still have the Model My Home cell phone? No, I don't have that Model My Home cell phone. In fact, I can hear them in the office. They're talking to clients, they're selling jobs. It's not me. And I think for businesses that want to grow there, that is a transition that can be an easy transition, and it can be in the right steps. So it's what people want out of their business. And many times it's not even, it's opening up the idea, because it's not even on their radar that they don't have to be the one staging, moving, answering the phone. We all sign up as a stager to open the business, but we don't necessarily have to stay there if we do not want to. So we're going to show you guys practical ways to allow those phone calls to be answered and screened by other people. Yes, you can take what you want and you can pass on to the next, but that's a whole transition itself, right? When you bring people on training.
It is. It is. And it's one of the great things with HSRA University is they do give you some guidance in different modules on how to train for people. But you have to be able to, kind of pick which ones you're supposed to use. And by attending, we can tell you.
That's true.
Yeah, I call this my moneymaker.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm like, if I don't answer someone.
We call it always answer the phone. Somebody better always answer the phone. But the good news is it doesn't always have to be that business owner when you're ready to transition, showing you how to successfully do that and not lose business in the process. That's our big fear, is that people are going to call us because we're not the one answering the phone when we do let go. But we can show you guys how to successfully transition that, and it really makes a difference. Yes, I could look in my phone, and when I very first started, there are agents that still text me, still call me, and guess what? To navigate that conversation of, hey, it's so good to hear from you, Tim Grubbs. Love Tim Grubbs. He's one of the famous agents around here, around our area in Dallas-Fort Worth. And I say, let Dana call you, and she's going to have all the pricing for you. So, that transition, I think, is huge, and how to navigate that in a very positive way, that the phone doesn't stop ringing, because it is the moneymaker.
It is. And, it's right. And that's one of the things we're definitely going to be talking about, because it's so hard it's not hard to let that go, but it's hard when you hear it in their voice and they're like, oh, you're not coming out to do that consult today? And it's almost like you just dump them and you're not taking them to the prom is the tone.
They're the orphan.
Exactly. They're like, what? You're abandoning me. And I'm actually, my occupied consultation specialist now. I don't do any occupied consults anymore, but I had to be the cheerleader at first.
Yes.
That was one of the big things, was I was like, okay. And I even said, I was like, he's had more training than I have on this subject now. He knows more than I do. You're going to want him. You're not going to want me now.
There you go. You set the platform up for the success of your team, and becoming the coach. We're getting, football season. My boys play football, and so that coach doesn't get on the field and play. They're there putting players in, telling them what they need to do, training them, practicing with them. And I think that's huge, is to see ourselves as the coach of our business whenever that transition is right. So I'm excited. I cannot wait for Summit. I cannot wait for everyone to meet you. That most people know you, but the ones that have not yet, it's going to be definitely worth it. So what do you feel like is going to be the key reason that people, of course, people are busy. Of course, it does cost money. We love to say it's investing into you as a business owner. That's the best thing that you can do with your money, is invest back into your education. And so what would be the reason that someone, kind of stop what they're doing and come to Summit?
Let's see. If anybody who's read Highly Effective the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People.
Yes.
There's a reference in it when he talks about sharpening the saw. Well, I always say that no one wants to chop wood with a dull axe, because it's going to take you even longer. And you really, the idea is that you're going to take a break from work to enhance your work. You're going to sharpen your skills. HSRA was created on the concept of investing in yourself. So you're investing in yourself, you're investing in your future. And one of the biggest things, admit that you're worth it. Admit that you still have things to learn, that you can get better. You're investing in your career, your company. And when you purchase that conference ticket and you walk up to the registration desk, you're saying that you're investing in your own growth. You're walking up and smiling, and as Amra takes your ticket, she says, you know what, that person is going to be an expert or an influencer one day, because you're taking that first step to advancing your own growth internally as well as your business.
Yeah, it's so true. And you're not only telling that to yourself, you're telling that to your peers, and you're telling that to your clients. And so I would social media the heck out of this and use it as a platform to show the people that you are doing business with in your local area that I respect our relationship so much that I want to be better for you as my client. And one thing that we do is give achievement awards based on the CE credits that you as HSRA members, as attendees, are earning just for being there. And we know that agents, the way that they keep their license is, there you go, right? It is giving awards. It's giving that recognition. They know how important it is to CE, continuing education, that you don't just learn once, and things are changing, times change, business changes, our industry changes. So to stay, our job and what we consider highly we take the brunt of, is to give you guys all the information that you need to know where the industry is going, where real estate is going. We have that burden. So when you come, you almost get the cliff notes to that. You get to know, hey, HSRA has done the research to be able to just give us the highlights of what to expect. And that's one of our favorite parts of HSRA, the summit, is coming and being able to just kind of download what does the next year look like for you, and what does it mean to your business? How's it going to impact your business? We have some incredible things to share this summit. I'm not even going to let the cat out of the bag. Of course, our leadership will know what to expect, but as attendees, you guys are going to be on the edge of your seats to know how to take your business and create a whole nother stream of income for that, dealing with real estate. It's hard for me to keep the secret. It's hard for me to keep information in, but that alone is going to be worth the ticket. Plus, coming to hear experts like yourself, Johnathan, and sharing in these sessions about how to take your business to the next level.
And let me tell you, the thing about it is really that you just hit so many nails on the head. The staging industry has grown so rapidly in the last 10 years. And I make the joke all the time. I'm like, it's like gremlins. Someone poured water on a home stager and they are popping up everywhere every day. And there's not a thing that we can do about it. But the one thing we can actually do is that we can set a higher standard. And it's been, with the staging industry gaining steam so much, we need to continue to grow our creativity, our sophistication, and that's going to be paramount. It's going to attribute to so many new opportunities and challenges that are going to help you set your business apart from that newbie generation as an expert in your field. So you continue to grow and you don't just disappear.
So true. So true, because the gremlins aren't going away, but what you can do, we don't want them to be taking our business and then we are obsolete. So we have to always stay 10 steps ahead. A lot of that is our professionalism, our standards that we're setting, and being able to convey that to our clients. Otherwise, they're not going to see a difference. So when you come learn how to set your business apart through social media, through finding the right logistics help, through being able to see your office department as a true office department, that you can gain, the trust on things that you are saying on the phone, I think is huge and invaluable. So I can't wait. I know you're excited.
You're very excited.
And we also want to encourage everybody, always bring your team to these events, because we have sessions, breakout sessions just for your team to know how they can support the business and grow, grow the business alongside you as the business owner. That's one thing that's totally different about our events at HSRA, is that we're also helping train your team, plus bringing your team and training them. It's like your parent, right? Your kid learns. They're going to learn and they're going to hear what their parent says, but it's much more powerful when it's coming from someone else in a different way. Now all of a sudden they get it. It starts clicking. So we're excited about that, and I cannot wait to see you again. And thank you so much for being a speaker and helping facilitate some of these incredible breakouts that we're doing. Any last minute final words?
That if you don't come, you're missing out on an amazing experience, because it's not just about the speakers. You're going to have an entire family dynamic there, people who want to help you out, who want to help you achieve greatness. And, buy your ticket now, make the time to invest in yourself.
Yeah, that's so good. So good. Well, thank you again, Jonathan. It was so good to see you. I love technology.
And I hope I see everyone in Texas.
There you go. All right. Sounds good. We'll talk soon.
Bye.
Thank you.